How's it going, guys? Figured I'd give you an update on my worm bin. So as you can see, putting down some food for them today, just some simple Purina worm chow with some crushed up eggshells. And something new I've been doing for the past couple days is instead of spritzing the surface of the worm bin with water, I've been using my lactobacillus mixture. This is just, I believe, an ounce of lactobacillus bacteria that I grew myself with a gallon of water. And I figured that, or actually what I'm learning more and more is that these guys really react well when you incorporate more bacteria into the bin. So for the past couple days, I've been spraying the surface, as I said, with this bacteria, and they've been eating the food a lot faster. And another thing I noticed is that when I just used water, it would take them quite a while to come up and eat this. So I'm assuming that because of the bacteria, and quite possibly because my bacteria is actually sustained with molasses, I think that if it is true that the worms do like sugar, then that is another reason why I guess they're reacting well to this mixture. So all I do basically is I have my handy dandy 1 gallon sprayer. Sorry guys, 1 second, it's a little bit hard to do one-handed. Take my nozzle and I just spray the surface. Sorry if this is a little shaky, but yeah, basically what I'm assuming is happening is that because even though lactobacillus is an anaerobic bacteria, it's one of the few bacteria that can actually live in both an anaerobic and aerobic environment. So I guess it's just kickstarting the decomposition process, or excuse me, it's accelerating the decomposition process of the Purina worm chow a lot faster, which allows the worms to come up and eat it a lot faster as well. So far, since I've gotten the new batch of blue worms, I've noticed that they have been climbing up the side walls, but so far there have been no escapes, so that's good. I think this design is working well. I'm still trying to figure out what could have happened that would have caused the mass exodus, as I call it, or mass extinction of my last worm bin. And from speaking with Zach at Ever Blue Worms, what he thinks happened was my pile got too dry. So what I've also been doing is once they come up and eat everything off the surface of the bin, I'll go ahead and just take my watering can and just saturate the soil. Because I am using coconut coir with a mix of peat in this, I don't try and saturate it until it's dripping from the bottom. I did drill some holes in this bin at the bottom. So what I do is maybe I believe this is a gallon or 2 gallons, so with either half a gallon or 1 gallon of water, I'll just drench the surface and then mix it by hand. But I only do this after they finish eating everything off the surface. And another update is, let me show you what I got. So, because I am, as you can see down here, I've been making my own bacteria cultures and improving the quality of my worm tea. I figured I'd need to buy more supplies in bulk. And then I realized I needed to basically do this for everything, including my growing mediums, the food, etc. Because in Hawaii it can get quite expensive, especially with things that normally are extremely cheap in the continental US. So for example, with molasses, you'd assume that Hawaii would have tons of molasses, as we still have sugar plants, and we actually had a major molasses spill, I believe in Pearl Harbor, or one of the major harbors, where it killed thousands of fish. So you'd assume we'd still have lots of molasses available, but it's actually pretty hard to find. That is until I discovered from a source that basically lots of feed supplies carry molasses. And originally I was paying about $5 for I want to say an 8-ounce bottle. So what I ended up getting from this feed supply store is this 5-gallon bucket for about 30 bucks. So in a 5-gallon bucket, it's basically about, I believe, 640 ounces. So factor that into account and you can see how much money I saved just by buying in bulk. And with regards to my soil amendments and whatnot, originally I was paying about, I want to say, $10 to $15 a bag for compost. I use a local source of compost, and I used to just head down to my local gardening shop and buy a bag every now and then. But what I noticed was, as I started to expand my system more, I needed more and more compost, as would be the case with everything. So I figured I'd call the manufacturer and see if I could buy in bulk, and actually I could, and this is what I got. So here we have two 30-gallon trash cans. Now check this out, guys. I was paying $10 to $15 a bag, which is a cubic foot. This here is a cubic yard of soil. So in cubic feet, that would be about 27 bags of what I normally used to buy. What's awesome about that, I paid about $13 for this amount of compost. So for everyone that's looking to expand their operation or expand the size of their gardens, I wholeheartedly suggest that you guys look into trying to buy in bulk. You're going to save a ton of money. As I said, I was paying $10 to $15 for a cubic foot, and this is 27 cubic feet that I got here for almost the same price I would have paid for one bag. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any questions, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.